Just a reminder before today's programme that the previous instalment of the Ident Review is still available for you to view. And now, here on AMTV, we show off our newest episode of the Ident Review, heading back to the ITV Creates initiative. Hello, and welcome to the Ident Review, the show where we have a good look and chat about the various television idents that we have come to know and love over the years. And for this instalment, we head back to the ITV Creates initiative to take a look at the different sets of sequence created for Black History Month. Approaching its second birthday, ITV Creates has been a wonderful breath of fresh air for the channel in terms of its visual representation. 2020 has slammed on the brakes a little, with a new ident coming almost once a month rather than every week. However, this changed in October of 2020, for this month was to celebrate Black History, and as such, for each week in October, ITV commissioned 4 different artists to submit their work for the ITV Creates programme. So we have 4 different idents to look at today, and let's waste no more time by starting with our first one, designed by resident artist, Maiye.
Now here on ITV, marking the start of Black History Month, we have the amazing talent of Maiye as our brand new ident. Now, wake up to your Thursdays the right way with Good Morning Britain. Now here with the latest headlines and updates, it's the ITV Lunchtime News. After a year like no other, we explore staff and animals in London Zoo, an extraordinary year tonight at 9. Now though, contestants will take on the tower in Tenable. Contestants will test their wits and IQ as they take on the genius later in the chase here at 5. But before that, it's about gravity, brains, and a bit of luck in Tipping Point. Emmerdale's tonight here at 7 and 8. Now though, let's join Bradley Walsh and see who's got what it takes to be a genius in the chase.
A very stylish and sleek way to start things off. The first thing I want to praise is the use of colour within the overall sequence. The predominant use of black with the white trimmings of the art really creates a good blend for the eyes to focus on the visuals that Hamad has created. I really like too the way the ITV logo has been draped with this artwork. When I first saw it, I almost mistook it for a sculpture of a person. It's very obvious that great care and attention to detail has been taken when crafting the various materials for this ident, and it's really great to see. The shots when we really focus on parts of the art itself are stunning. I love seeing art like this get a chance to shine in mainstream media. My main criticism, albeit a small one, would be the background colour, a sort of khaki green which for me at least takes a little bit away from the overall image, but I'm sure for some they'll think it suits great. Overall, the idea of showing different people in these drapes, the idea of telling and mixing different stories with the ITV logo being the centre point of it all, is a simple yet engaging concept. So definitely a winner to kick things off with. Let's see how things continue, shall we? By taking a look at our next ident today, designed by a resident artist, Alfie Kungu.
Good morning from us all here at ITV. And celebrating Black History Month here, this week's design comes from London-based artist Alfie Kungu, who's looking to spread some positive and happy vibes. Time now for your Thursdays Good Morning Britain. This weekend, it's the big one. We've the Britain's Got Talent final here Saturday night at 7:30. Now though, it's Judge Rinder. Ben's back as 3 more hopefuls take on the machine in an hour. That's Tipping Point, here after Tenable. Well, yesterday's team beat the Chaser, but how will today's team get on? Don't miss the chase here in an hour after tipping point.
Luke makes a shocking discovery while Billy believes Dawn may be hiding a secret in Emmerdale. Tonight at 7, but now on ITV. Here's Brad with the chase.
Loving the positive vibes from this one. Indeed, the continuity announcer says that was one of Alfie's intentions behind creating this ident, to spread some happiness and good vibes. And believe me, with the year we've all had, some happiness is definitely needed. There's so much to like about what we have here too. The brightness and variety of all the colours thrown in truly is a wonder to look at. It's a great example in my view of the abundance of colours not making the overall sequence feel cluttered or overcrowded, but instead making it much more appealing to look at and to appreciate every small inch of detail. The confetti falling in some cuts of this ident always brings me a little smile, reminding me of all the positive and wonderfully happy memories as to where confetti would be involved. This ident at its core, to me at least, is a celebration of Black History Month, of happier times, of the joy of being creative and imaginative. I mean, the whole thing has a wonderful handcrafted nature about it, inspiring those watching that anyone could make a beautiful piece of artwork if you have the motivation to go and do so. This ident inspires me with that motivation, and I hope it does for some of you watching. Definitely another winner for this month for me. We'll progress now to our third and penultimate ident for October, and take a look at the work of resident artist King Owusu.
Introducing a new ident for you this week as we continue to celebrate Black History Month here on ITV. And this is from King Owusu, an artist and illustrator hoping to inspire us all to be more creative. And now, with all the very latest for you this Thursday, it's Good Morning Britain. With all the very latest stories making the headlines this lunchtime now, it's the ITV News.
The staff are letting their hair down at the annual gala in the last in the series, All New the Savoy at 9 tonight. But first, Warwick's here with the Tower now. It's tenable.
Yesterday's team just missed out, but can today's team stay one step ahead of our genius? We've the chase here in an hour after tipping point.
Belle has revenge in mind when we head to Emmerdale tonight at 7 and 8 on ITV. Now though, it's the chase.
A very interesting design we have here for sure. The idea of the main ident being situated in some sort of glass cube, almost like it's displayed in an art gallery, is a good concept. Idents themselves are art forms in my opinion, so why wouldn't you want to display one for the world to see? Like Alfie's work, I love the mix and the use of colours, with every element being appealing enough without distracting from the overall work. I love the central character in the centrepiece of it all. At first it reminded me of the classic We Can Do It posters, but it also made me think of how times of hardship or struggle we can all find our inner strength to burst out and win through. Whether that's fighting against the struggles the pandemic has brought on, or whether it's fighting against being discriminated or injustices you faced, we all have that strength within ourselves, and that's what this ident makes me feel. A positive message to take away, as well as the message, like the previous two, to be more creative, to engage more with our imaginations to create something unique and wonderful. I think Alfie's work is still my personal favourite so far, but as far as I'm concerned, we have a third winner of the day here. But now we shall progress onwards to our fourth and final ident today, designed by resident artist Maiye Dref-Desain.
As Black History Month continues here on ITV, we are celebrating with a new ident from visual artist Maiye and this incredible portrait of his father. Time now for your Thursday's Good Morning Britain. We're back in Emmerdale tonight and Gabby is causing all sorts of trouble. That's here at 7 and 8. Laying down the law now, it's Judge Rinder. Have they got what it takes to beat the cube? Philip is back tonight as our week of all new The £1 Million Cube continues at 9. Now though, it's tenable. Bradley's back in an hour, but who will today's team be facing? Don't miss the chase at 5 after tipping point.
Back with more tips and tricks to help us look after our cash. The Martyn Lewis Money Show will be here tonight at 8:30. And there's big money at stake right now on ITV. It's the chase.
Wonderfully simple, yet a powerful way to finish. Whilst the previous 3 idents we've looked at today had lots of different elements and things going on with them, this final sequence from Nikwe comprises of a 3D ITV logo, with one side being a beautiful portrait of his father. Not lots of parts, not lots of colours, just a simple portrait, and yet it gets across 1,000 words. To pay homage to your parents in this manner, I think is incredibly powerful to watch. To see how much Nikwe puts every little detail he can into the artwork to make it look as detailed and accurate as possible. We aren't told anything about Nikwe's father specifically, and I can't put my finger on exactly what it is, but watching this unfold just hits me in the gut, man. I'm not focusing on the familiar ITV logo, but more on the artwork, wondering what sort of life he had, what struggles or hardships he had to face, merely due to the colour of his skin. We must always pay homage, and in this ident, it's a great way to close off ITV's celebration of Black History Month. Overall, I think it's pretty clear that in their own ways, I adore all 4 of the sequences that debuted in October. Whether it's the bright happiness of Alfie's work, to the insanely detailed imaginative works from Hammid and King, to the quiet contemplative effort from Nikwe, all 4 of these sequences are insanely different from one another, which is why they become so good, because each aspect is showcasing not only the talents of black artists that we have in this country, but celebrating different aspects of black history and reminding us that as society as a whole, especially after some of the racial atrocities this year, we can, and all should, do better. And to showcase the wonderful art of black artists, ITV has certainly used the Creates initiative in the best way here, as it's gifted us some of the best sequences of the entire programme. Well, that's all for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more ident-related content. I've been Adam Martyn from AMTV, and I shall see you all next time here on the Ident Review. A massive thank you to our producer and director patrons for your support towards us here at AMTV. You just help keep us going, and that's massively appreciated. And that does bring us to the end of another evening here on AMTV. We hope you enjoyed the programme, and we hope to see you next time. Good night.